Hi, I'm Noreen, demonstrator for Katy Sue Designs, a Flower Soft People. I want to be able to show you exactly how simple it is to make this fabulous pyramid card. It's the Christmas nativity, sorry, not the nativity, it's a Christmas pyramid cards. What you would get in this pack of pyramid cards, you get your indoor Christmas tree and you also get your outdoor Christmas tree, both assembled in exactly the same way. So we're going to be really cutting out and making this gorgeous little cutie card. What I've already done is I've already cut out the base and I've scored it. So if you haven't got a scoring tool, don't worry, all you need is a ruler and either the edge of your scissors or one of these little pokey tools, something like that. Don't be too severe with it. All you want to get is a nice crisp line, but it needs to be nice and soft so that you're not going to crack the paper. If you do it on two sides, and this is on nice quality card, do it on two sides, just a couple of scores, and we're going from the very top point to the edge here. So we're doing it again, make sure that we've got that in the right position. So lightly score it just a couple of times, turn it over, and then we'll do the other side. Scoring it just means that you're then able to fold that very, very easily. So you can see that we've got that ready just to fold. You see how easy that just bends into the score that you've created. What I would do then is, if you've got a little folding tool like this, or again the back of your scissors, just run that up the edges so that you've got a nice crisp fold. Okay then, so if we refer back to your sheet, what you can see here is that we've got all of the layers of the Christmas tree. They're all numbered. So if you cut them out in the right order and place them on, if you've not done it before, then I think that's the best way. You can see where we've got these little pair of scissors that there's actually a little line that you cut into, and that's what gives all of the little branches of the tree, but I'll be able to show you that. So we'll start with number 1, which is the very bottom of the Christmas tree, and again I've put that onto foam pads to give it the good dimensions. So I'm going to open this out so I can place those on nicely. Just make sure that you've got that right on the edge, it's nice and straight. When you're happy with where the teddy's sitting, then you're good to go. Okay then, so what I've then done is I've cut out the Christmas tree here, put it in order, and you can see there, this is what I was saying about cutting into the tree itself. So I've actually just either cut into the line, or if you want to make it a little bit wider, which is what I've done, and then again either with the back of your scissors or your little bone tool, your folding tool like that, I'm just curling that over a little bit, and that's purely when I put that onto the red line there, which is like the first set, match it up with the baubles and your little candles. It means that this top piece is straight, but you've already started to create the little branches of your Christmas tree. So again, you can see all of the cuts that I've opened up. Just bend that over. So we're on to the next line. Make sure that we've got that lined up accurately. So we're just cutting all of these out and repeating that process until we get then to the very top, and we're able then to put the star on the tree. So you can see it's very, very quickly assembled, but it really is. These are just kind of really spectacular cards that, in amongst a load of cards, probably these would be one of the first ones that anybody would pick up to have a look at, because they're different. I would actually say that I would keep these as a little keepsake. The very top one, you can see the shape of it that we're just going to place over on the top, but again I would still open up, just bend the little branches of the tree outwards a little bit. So we're placing that directly onto the top there. Then you would cut out the little star, on foam pads and just place that onto the top. Doesn't really matter which way up you put it, it's fine like that. So then you can see you could add all of your glitters, you can, you know, further embellish it. What you really need on though is some of your ultrafine. This time I've used some of the pine ultrafine, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up at the top, so that particularly the darker areas, I'm just going to put some of the glue around. You don't have to totally swamp it, you can just put it in certain little areas. And don't attempt to do the whole Christmas tree together, because what you'll find is that the glue will start to dry and then you're not going to be able to get your ultrafine to stick onto your dried glue. So probably that is about as much as I would do. So that much glue up on the top of the Christmas tree there, and then I've got the pine ultrafine in a nice dish so that I can literally just drop that over the top. Tap off the excess and you'll be able to see on the top there the ultrafine. Don't worry that you can still see some of the glue, because that's going to dry clear, and what you'll find is that the colour of the tree is then just going to shine through anyway. If you find that you've gone over the edges, or maybe you don't want it, you know, quite so thick, or you wanted it on the edge rather than in the centre of the tree, before the glue dries, then you're able to manipulate that, you're able to move that around. So just with the edge of your scissors or with your finger, if you've maybe gone over the candlestick there, just brush that down, or use one of your tools like that. You can push that back into position before your glue dries. But really, quite honestly, you're better just having a lovely random scattering of this gorgeous pine ultrafine. So I'm just tending to stick to the outside edges other than where they've got some real dark areas. And you really need to be using Flower Soft glue, because I know that when this dries it's going to dry clear and it's really going to grab onto your ultrafine or your Flower Soft, whatever one you're using, and there's no risk of this coming off. Probably this is going to take maybe 20 minutes to dry, so just keep tapping off the excess, don't be frightened to give it a bit of a tap. So I've got probably as much on there as I really want, and then I'm going to continue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the decoupage. So I've got all of these lovely pieces that I've actually cut out. So this is the teddy, and we'll just place him in front of the Christmas tree. Again, you can have just great fun assembling this and thinking of the fun that whoever's going to get your card is going to have receiving it. And we've got the little presents to go at the front of the tree. See, just that little hint of decoupage, that little piece really does then bring that to life and gives it that dimension. Look at how that Christmas tree is just hanging in the beautiful folds and the branches lifting out. Okay, so I've got all of this assembled. I've got the little present here in front of the Christmas tree. You can use your silicone gels if you want to, you know, your silicone glues, but I tend most times just to use my little foam pads, just that type of thing. If you want to be a little bit more adventurous, you could even start glazing up maybe the window of the plane, making this look, you know, a little bit more realistic. You can use all of your little peel off wastes for the candle flames. Now I've cut all of these little bows out. You don't have to place them directly on top of the other bows. What you can do, just for a little bit different, just gives it a little bit more dimension and gives more bows on your Christmas tree. I'll just place that one there. And we'll also have an insert. There's a couple of nice little things that you can do with the insert. You can see that this is going to fold nicely for when you want to just send it out in the post as well, which is quite an important factor. The inserts, you get one for each pyramid, and what I've done here is I've just cut this out in the triangle, and I'm going to put the glue on at the back. I find it easier to use the glue because then you're going to be able to slide that around. It's not going to be difficult to put that into position. So we're literally just going to place that inside. Isn't that just a fantastic little surprise when they open that? So that's your pyramid card made up. Here's a variation on the pyramid cards. Can you just imagine that pyramid nativity as a centrepiece? Or the Christmas tree ones for your children or your grandchildren. I'm just imagining Christmas Eve, the children waiting for Santa with their lovely little tea light inside the pyramids. It just makes a fabulous addition to your Christmas decorations.